Have you ever started a budget full of hope, only to just stop a few weeks later? If so, you're definitely not alone. And we almost always blame ourselves, right? We think, I just don't have enough discipline. But what if the problem isn't you at all? In this explainer, we're going to dig into why most budgets are actually set up to fail from the very beginning.
And this, right here, this just hits the nail on the head. It's not about being bad with money or not having enough willpower. It's about the system itself. Most of us were just handed a broken strategy and then felt terrible when we couldn't make it work. So let's just park that frustration for a minute and find out what's really going on.
You know, for the longest time, the common advice has been, if your budget fails, you just need to try harder. You need more self-control. But that's a total myth, and it keeps so many of us stuck in this cycle of trying and failing. The real issue goes a whole lot deeper than discipline.
And this really lays it all out, doesn't it? On one side, you have the myth we're all told. It's about discipline. But the truth? The truth is that the traditional system itself is fundamentally flawed. It's way too rigid, it's overly complicated, and honestly, it just doesn't mesh with how real life works. Let's break down exactly why that is.
Okay, so what's the first big reason these budgets fall apart? Well, to put it simply, they're just too darn complicated.
Does this list give you a little anxiety? Because it should. When we first start, we're all motivated, so we create like a million little categories to track every single penny. But after a few days of trying to figure out if that morning latte is snacks or food delivery or maybe entertainment, your brain just gives up. It creates decision fatigue. This is not sustainable. It is a surefire recipe for burnout.
And that's the bottom line. Your financial system should make your life easier and clearer, not fill you with dread. I mean, if managing your money feels like a painful chore, you're naturally going to start avoiding it. The big takeaway here is that simplicity is the key to consistency.
All right, our second major pitfall is a little more subtle. A lot of people are actually amazing at tracking their spending. They've got the apps, they're logging the receipts, but they're still not making any real progress. Why? Well, it's because they're missing the single most important part of the whole process.
See, tracking your spending, that's just step one. It's basically just collecting data. The real magic, the part that actually creates change, happens in step two, and it's the part almost everyone skips. You have to review that data and then adjust your plan. If you never look back to see where things went a little sideways or what you could do differently next month, you're just spinning your wheels. Seriously, taking just 15 minutes a week to review your spending will change your financial life more than tracking every single transaction ever will.
Now for reason number 3, and it's something we all know is true. Life. Life rarely goes according to plan. And this is exactly where those rigid, old-school budgets just completely fall to pieces.
I mean, think about it. 1 week, you're all in on cooking every meal at home. And the next week, you get hit with 3 last-minute dinners with friends, or your utility bill is way higher than you expected.
And that's the thing. Unexpected stuff always happens. Traditional budgets act like your finances are set in stone, but a real, useful budgeting system has to be flexible. It's got to be able to bend and adjust with you, not break, when life inevitably throws you a curveball.
Okay, this last one is all about the emotional side of money. And honestly, it's often the final blow, the thing that makes people just throw in the towel on budgeting for good, and that's the guilt spiral.
Oh, we've all been there. You overspend in one category. Maybe it's a dinner out, maybe an impulse buy online, and immediately that voice kicks in. I failed. The whole budget is ruined. What's the point of even trying anymore? That all or nothing thinking is just so destructive.
This right here requires a huge mindset shift. Your budget is not a jail cell for your money designed to punish you. It's a guide. It's a tool to help you make more intentional choices. Overspending isn't a moral failure. It's just new information. It's a sign that you need to adjust. The goal is to get back on track, not to beat yourself up.
So, if the old way is so broken, what actually works? Well, a better way to budget is built on a totally different foundation, one that actually acknowledges that we're human beings and that life can get a little messy sometimes.
And it all comes down to these 3 things. Instead of being complex and rigid, a budget you can actually stick to has these qualities. It's simple, so it doesn't feel like a ton of work. It's flexible, so it can adapt when life happens. And maybe most importantly, it's forgiving. It gets that you're human and that making a mistake isn't the end of the world.
Building a system around these 3 simple principles, that's the real key to finally taking control of your finances without all the stress and guilt.
So if you're ready to build a budget that actually works for your real life, we've put together a full video tutorial showing you exactly how. All you have to do is click the link in the description to watch.